So I'm asking this question as a private citizen, not in my AT&T capacity, but for Carol. Just a question about, and a double question about how city agencies deal with having open data, and using the DOB as an example, where a study recently came out showing 40-something thousand lots were examined and 180,000 violations were noticed. Are you finding much resistance from agencies to your making data more available and more easily searchable? Because in some cases it could prove to be very embarrassing. And the second part is, as this data is more available, are you seeing it changing the culture of organizations so that an agency would actually internalize it and look at ways that they can change the way that they function on a broad basis based on the data just showing potential weaknesses or showing areas of potential improvement?
The first question is, there is a wide range of acceptance amongst city agencies for a variety of reasons. And I think that is, again, part of the philosophical approach is a spectrum of perspectives. And many agencies embrace it and have for some time. You mentioned the Department of Buildings, where I spent 5 years and was part of the team that was charged to really transform the agency and make it more transparent. So the web pages and the data that you're seeing there, and you're suggesting that it can be used to be embarrassing. The data drives agencies to resolve situations that need to be addressed. So it's not a matter of embarrassment or not. This is what the city is charged to do. But I think you see a wide spectrum of embracing the philosophy of openness, and it's sort of like the bar we spoke of, that just posting PDFs 10 years ago was somewhat of a challenge, and now that's much easier. So we're continue down that continuum of acceptance, and until we get to the next, whatever the next bar is, and we'll have all embraced openness of data sets until we move to the next challenge.
Clocking with PUANet and NYC Wireless. What is the current status with the MTA in terms of cooperation, in terms of data? On their website, it's still PDFs to get schedules for buses and trains. And I was just curious, I know that they were originally really resistant to this, and I heard that there was a change. I was wondering if you could fill us in on what you know and what your influence, how you liaison with them.
They are a partner with us on many fronts, and in terms of the future of releasing data, ultimately that is their decision to make, and we will defer to that. I think we would invite them to participate in the Big Apps Phase 2 with us and to add data to that, and we'll continue to have that discussion. We'll see where that goes.
So they're not still looking to try and license that for a fee?
Joe, Sandra, the new head
Jay
actually did a developers day. They just actually, the new director of the NPA is very much sensitive to this stuff, and actually has started inviting people, developers, to submit ideas.
So there has been.
And in terms of the future of releasing data, ultimately that is their decision to make, and we will defer to that. I think we would invite them to participate in the Big Apps Phase 2 with us and to add data to that, and we'll continue to have that discussion. We'll see where that.
Do I need to repeat that? Yes.
The question was, what is the process by which it's decided what data is released by agencies and what is DoIT's role in that? And it's a collaborative effort. We go, and much of this is driven, we very much like to be able to be responsive to particular interests in data needs instead of a venue for understanding what people are interested in. In the absence of knowing what anyone is particularly interested in, which you spoke of, we go to what's readily available and what is not compromised with confidentiality or privacy concerns. That's sort of the starting point, and then kind of dig from there. So we work with each individual, and it is DoIT that really leads that discussion with each individual agency to kind of push on what data might be interesting. Again, it's hard to say what's obscure a name. We try to make rational decisions about it and push the agencies to provide more data. And when that, and our intention is to make all of that available through the Big Apps program and through the data line.
Almost out of time, so I just want to ask if either of you have any closing thoughts that you want to share before I bring the evening to a formal close. I know we're all going to stay and hang out and talk and imbibe a little bit. Okay, if not, well, thank you. It's been a really, really fantastic conversation. I actually want to hand the mic to my partner, Andrew Shea, who did manage to make